Hey, happy Sunday afternoon. It's your host, John, again, playing a little Immaculate Grid. Saw a comment on, I think it was my last video, which I shot this morning. It was for grid number 230, saying, hey, why don't you do a speed round and do and then do a rarity round. And if you can do it pretty quickly, then you can just move on. I was like, huh. I never thought of that before. I just kind of figured you'd do one or the other. I know there's at least one other account I'm aware of, and I think John Boy will do it sometimes where they'll do speed rounds. If I can do it really quickly, then I think I can just churn through it and then I'll go into a rarity round. So I was thinking, and that way I get to play some of the obvious ones that I don't usually play, because I'm always just trying to find the sneaky rarity score. But um thinking why not? Let's give it a shot. So I'm gonna play that for this Sunday edition of Immaculate Grid. I do so I've got the like an incognito mode window open. So I'll bring that in to play the rarity score, and I'll play on my normal window to play the daily game. So let's and to do it for time. So let's get into it now. I am going to start sharing. I think the trick here is I have to share my screen. And so now you should see a stopwatch. Perfect. I'm going to try to do these two things. Why don't I just move the stopwatch here? So I'm going to do these two things simultaneously. Let's see if I'm any good at this. So I'm going to hit refresh and go. All right, so we've got these teams. I'm just going to go for it. I know Rogers Hornsby works here. So gonna get him in there. Norm Seaburn works over here. Get Jeffrey Hammonds. Sweet. Oh, first round draft pick. I'm not gonna get that. All right. Well, Barry Larkin definitely had a season. Chipper Jones definitely had a season. Jeff Kent definitely had a season. Oh, wait. And Chipper Jones was a first round draft pick. I should have. Oh, I got myself into trouble here. Okay, first round draft pick, not as great with these, so I'm probably going to swing and miss. That doesn't invalidate this though. I still think this is a fun format, but anyway, I'm coming up on a minute. I'm gonna make some guesses because I'm not sure on these guys. So Buster Posey, sweet. Other than Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones was amateur draft, right? Um, Man, how do we feel about David Justice? Old man Justice didn't work. Oh well. And then lastly for the Reds, since I don't think Larkin might have worked. In fact, Larkin I gotta believe was gonna work. Let's try Votto. Nah, swing and miss, which does not bode well. I guess I shouldn't be looking at that. Doesn't bode well for me actually playing the game. Anyway, that was a trial run of me playing it for time. Hopefully that was a uniquely bad category for me. I knew I was going to know number one, uh, or rather first round draft picks. Anyway, I was like 2 minutes, but I failed, so who cares about that? Let's get rid of that. Let's bring over, got an incognito mode here and hit refresh. And let's see if we can get a little bit more creative here with our picks. So, oh, Norm Seaburn was actually a pretty creative pick. I just remembered the teams he has played for. Let's see. I know Sydney Ponson works. He was Sydney with an I. Yeah, he was traded mid-season 1 year. Takes 4%. That's a lot higher than I was expecting. Um, Reds and Orioles. Who I picked Hammonds. It's an interesting pick. And then let's see. I shouldn't do Chipper Jones or Barry Larkin since I saw them on the thing. I didn't actually see who it was down here. I guess it was probably Posey. So um how do we feel about Will Clark? Was he a first round draft pick? Sweet. So I get 5% for that. Will Clark also would have worked down here. Probably a little bit better. But um let's see, thinking 300 averages. I think this is where I can use Roberto Hernandez. Because he's 1 for 2 in his career, and I believe both of those came in 1997 with the Giants. 0.01. Nice. All right. And then for the Braves, I'm not sure if Mike Stanton had his 1 for 1 or 1 for 2 with who he had that with. Um, but it can really just be anyone. So I know let's see, Del Crandall definitely works. No, he doesn't. Oh, okay. That's the one I strike out on. Really? I was so sure he worked. All right, Rico Cardi works. Hit like 366 1 year. This is a bad day, huh? Well, no, it's a happy day. It's a very happy day for me, my family. I got to see my some of my extended family was in town for or my sister's family was in town for my son's baptism along with my brother. So we've had a jolly time with my wife's family. So we've had a great time. It's been a great weekend. Lousy day for Immaculate Grid though. Um, just felt like clarifying that, I guess. BJ Surhoff over here. He actually is a #1 draft pick, but oh wait, it does. I think he would he work here? He was a Brewers #1 draft pick. That's why I just thought of him. So that's right. It doesn't have to be by the team. So I could also go up here. Ken Griffey Jr. takes 11%. Okay. I didn't even think that was an option. I don't know if I was going to come up. I kind of came up with that one spur of the moment. All right. Well, this is not going super well. Let's go Cy Seymour here. Get 0.07. And then oh, let's see. So I was going to use Surhoff over here. I've already used Hornsby. Um, does Rick Cerrone work? I know he hits a few different. No, he doesn't. Okay. I thought he hit maybe at least one of those teams, but I was way off. So in a game, I should have just completely aced. Look at all these choices. And of course, well, no, actually, a lot of people have struggled with the draft pick one. Well, a quarter of people have struggled with it. These are actually tougher categories for most folks. Um, I gotta be able to come up with someone better than Rick Cerrone who didn't even work. Did he work for either team? He worked for Atlanta. Toronto was I knew he worked for New York, Boston. I thought the third team was Baltimore in the AL East, but it was Toronto. So he works for I think it's 3 NL East teams and 3 AL East teams and the Brewers. And I guess the Indians as well. But I had those all wrong. And then who were some better people to go with? I went with Hornsby. I've gone with Hornsby before. So apparently it's someone named Doc Crandall. Jim Delahanty. I know he's been referenced on the podcast before by a commenter. Uh Davey Johnson was a manager for the Orioles. I guess he was also a player. I know he played for the Braves. He had over 40 home runs one season. Who are some ones I should have got? Sisler I should have gotten. I know I've used him before. Surhoff I knew. Bobby Thompson from Giants Win the Pennant fame. I guess he works. Greg Myers has been referenced in the comments before. Derek Lee. Did I? Actually, I didn't realize Derek Lee played for the Braves. I did not realize that. Bob Elliott used him before. I guess he works for both teams. So does Jose Batista. All right. Well, not a great showing on either front today. I'll try to do better tomorrow. I do love the idea of now that we've tried it out. I do like the idea of using the stopwatch, but first round draft picks is probably not the one for me to try it on. So, oh well. I am going to stop sharing here. I'll get these uploaded. Thanks a lot for playing, and I'll be back at it tomorrow, hopefully with a better score. Peace.